Good morning. I'm Jeanette Millen Young, your senator, your voice, your advocate in the 29th legislature, taking the opportunity to share with you some initiatives I believe may stimulate economic activity in our community. First, as you know by now, I did not support the recent authorization to borrow $120 million, nor the 0.5% gross receipt tax increase. But while I do not endorse the imposition of borrowing and tax increases of such proportions, I do realize that standing still and doing nothing is not an option. What I propose instead may not be popular and may not be fast, but it is certainly a viable option. I propose that as a government, we extend a helping hand to both established businesses and to budding entrepreneurs. For example, I suggest that a small business that pays, let's say, $200,000 in gross receipt taxes could be given tax credits for hiring more employees. The amount of that credit would be determined by tax subsidy experts. But on face value, understand that this initiative would represent a win-win for all concerned. The government would still enjoy additional revenues derived from income taxes. The business would acquire additional personnel because it is taxed less, and workers would be taken off the unemployment rolls. This is just one of several proposals that can and will be considered during the upcoming Legislative Economic Summit being hosted by the 29th Legislature. Again, I remind you that this is not your ordinary summit in which a bunch of talking heads gather together for a day and enjoy little to no follow-up. As the resolution that I proposed was passed, several groups will meet over a period of 4 weeks in small settings to discuss proposals. Small brainstorming groups are an essential component to the process in order to bring us fiscal relief. Economists, bankers, and financial managers make up one of the groups. Other groups will comprise of the various tourism and revenue-generating government agencies, as well as associations representing businesses and the public agencies that are charged with supporting economic development activity. And the final group, not the least of them, is the one representing political parties, as well as the one that will provide a historical perspective that outlines where we've been and how we can chart a course forward. Indeed, we're all in this together. These dire and fiscally challenging times call for a move away from partisan politics and politics as usual. Thankfully, our partners at the University of the Virgin Islands have stepped up to be part of the process as well. They have said that they want their footprint all over the Economic Summit to provide a more studied and academic approach to our financial crisis. For those who may be thinking that these meetings will be fruitless, I say shame on you that you would want to predict a failure to a process that can very well be of benefit to you and the entire community. Instead of criticizing, be a part of its success for the good of us all. And speaking of sharing in each other's progress and success, I will be hosting a series of networking events for women who are either in business or thinking of establishing their own businesses. Now, for the men in my listening audience, please be supportive of this effort. And remember, we all come from a woman, and the women in our community need a boost. Studies have shown that many women either fail in business or don't even get started because of the lack of business and social networking opportunities. I know you will agree that more persons in business, whether they are men or women, are a boost to the economic cycle of any community. And in light of the recent terminations in government and private businesses, many in the territory are in need of finding meaningful career opportunities. You never know what you're capable of until you try, and I want to be able to encourage women to explore their entrepreneurial spirit. But these events I have themed Women Striving for Success are more than that. They will also provide a social outlet to support each other in our careers. Please mark your calendars for the first Women Striving for Success event Thursday, March 29th at 5:30 p.m. at Jen's Deli, located across from the Emancipation Garden. Our first featured speaker will be attorney Erica Kellerhals, who will talk about facing the challenges in business. There will be complimentary hors d'oeuvres and a cash bar. Admission will be free. Join me as we network towards success. I know that as a community, we would like some fast solutions to our problems. But remember, they were not created overnight and will not be solved overnight. Indeed, let us move on, supporting each other to overcome this latest financial crisis by focusing on what we need to do. I leave you with the following quote by American poet Ralph Waldo Emerson. To laugh often and much, to win the respect of intelligent people and the affection of children, to earn the appreciation of honest critics and endure the betrayal of false friends, to appreciate beauty, to find the best in others, to leave the world a bit better, whether by a healthy child, a garden patch, or a redeemed social condition, to know even one life has breathed easier because you have lived. This is to have succeeded. I'm Jeanette Millen Young, your senator, your voice, your advocate in the 29th Legislature.